Yo, what's good, family? It's your boy Unico Williams back with another episode of What's New 99. We coming at you. We're gonna talk a little bit about what is it to be a man? What's the definition of a man? And can a man be a man sometime? Also, cryptocurrency is to the ground. We're gonna talk about that. Also, conspiracy theories. We got a bevy of them, and we're gonna get right into it. And also, Dr. Umar, he's in Vegas. And I'm right here to talk about it with my homeboy Lay Alpha, aka Zell May. How you doing today?
I am blessed, and yes, it is La Alpha Zell May. Looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And we got a lot to talk about it, so let's talk about it.
My man, how you doing this day? How are you doing?
Man, I'm blessed. Good day of NBA basketball playoffs. We'll get to that. We got to that Monday. We filming this the same day, but blessed, feeling good. I'm basically next week I'm on vacation, so we chilling.
Y'all heard it right here from Zell May himself, aka LA Alpha. He on vacation next week. But you know what? That don't sound like much of a man. I don't think a man takes any days off. And after watching all this basketball and play-in tournaments, all that carrying on, what you know, it brings up the topic. What is it to be a man? Because at this point, I'm super confused. I don't know my role and my place in the world anymore. I don't know if I'm supposed to be a tough guy, if I'm supposed to say, just stand up and be strong. I don't know if I'm going to pass that on to my daughters and say, hey, you got to be tough, and pass that part of being a man to the women, or do, excuse me.
Don't die. Pray for Joe.
I'm not a man. I can't even do that. Do women even need that part of a man in them? Are women just women enough that they don't need? I don't know where to go in my life. Zell May, what do you think? What is the definition of a man? And do they even need that anymore?
Now we talking about being a man in this world of confusion.
By the way, sorry guys, I just got over my COVID vaccine, so I'm still little. So go ahead.
Joe's out here. He's getting very emotional right now. The vaccine has done that to him. So pray for Joe if he goes out here with tears in his eyes. That's from the COVID. Because he's a man, so he doesn't really do this. But
they kept on telling me to not take Tylenol. I mean, they kept on telling me to take Tylenol, Advil, any type of painkiller. They said, Joe, you need to take this stuff to make you feel better. And I said, no, I'm a man. I'm going to tough this thing out. How is my body going to know how to fight this stuff if I give it help? Well, Zell May, after fighting for a day and a half, I finally took Tylenol / Advil, and I feel much better today. I feel like less of a man at this point. Or was that the right thing to do? Anyway, I'm going to let you go.
Man, in the worlds of new pronouns, new ideals, new birthing people, new non-binary, demisexual, the new things.
Hey, excuse me, for our listeners, I'm pretty sure you slid in demisexuals, as in Demi Lovato.
No, that's actually a term called demisexual.
Okay.
It's almost like asexual, but I don't. It's in this word.
Who came out last week as was it Demi Lovato?
Them and they, Joe. You gotta learn your terms.
Okay. See, we gonna give y'all some stuff to study at the end of this because I'm uneducated. I'm less of a man because I thought you were sliding in something that was relevant as demisexual is a thing now. And I apologize for thinking that was a joke.
That is wild, but yeah, demisexual, similar to
Damn it,
asexual.
I'm canceled again already.
It's a sexual orientation characterized by only experiencing sexual attraction after making a strong emotional connection with a specific person, which is everything. But it is what it is. So that's another term to learn, to understand. But when you see the terms today, I hate men, men are dogs, men ain't, all that stuff. So now it seems like it's wrong to be a man. It seems like it's wrong to do what you gotta do. But let's talk about this. Let's dive into the psyche of why this is happening. Let's go into a little deeper connection and discuss what is going on. In this world of defining what men is, you find that in certain cultures you are lacking the village to raise a child idea. The old adage, takes a village to raise a child. Having active men in kids' life now, they're more protected, they're more inside, they aren't exposed to the world as much. Both boys and girls. Some of it is a good thing because they shouldn't be exposed to everything that they used to be exposed to, and some of it is a bad thing because they lack a certain security. Now you can't define what a man is. Most people are confused what you should be. Why? Because unfortunately you have a lot of single mothers who raise young men to be the person they want them to be as they saw in a relationship, and that doesn't work out well because you don't understand the mind of a young man, and they take that as manipulation, which is why they take that as learning to use it as a form of manipulation and everything. Therefore, they're more emotional, they're more quicker to anger, quicker to shoot a gun, quicker to try to manipulate women into doing what they want in any kind of way, whether it's always agreeing, creating more incel behavior, as they would say.
Hey, chill out. You're bringing up my boy Elliot.
Hey, so that's what happened. And it's just society as a whole. Now men aren't providers. They aren't the stronghold. They don't know how to protect. They don't know how to act in a certain way. They are no longer the hunter and provider. Some of them rather be taken care of. Again, that's from scenarios of seeing their mother go through that and getting used to being taken care of. Even if they have a father, in some cases, their mother was the one to do everything. So now they expect women to do everything for them. So they don't know how to get things done. You have all these different scenarios in which you can see young men not truly knowing how to take complete charge of a situation. When you see a car dealership learning how to, even if you don't know about cars, speak to a car dealership so you don't hustle you, even if you don't know nothing about it. That's something that happens nowadays. And you see all these, they just don't know how to just exert that energy needed to make everyone feel safe and protected. And oh, this person knows what he's doing. This is a person who defends. You see, now you see dudes, some dude beating on a woman, nobody get involved. You see all kind of crazy stuff. You see all
Yeah.
kinds of like none of my business. You see somebody bullying
Yeah.
somebody, you don't stand up for them. You just like none of my business. You just watching, or you get your phone and record because that's what we do now. You talk about people finding back, giggle, giggle, as legend said, kiki keying behind people's back, downplaying people, talking about taking food out of somebody's mouth, talking about they should lose their jobs, all kind of crazy stuff like that. And it comes from a
You said
societal.
legend as in Kwame Brown.
Yeah, shout out to Kwame Brown.
Thank you, thank you.
I do disagree with some stuff you do, but that's like with everybody from Dr. Umar to Kevin Samuels. I agree with some. Some of it is just utter crap to entertain the masses through this power manipulation, which I will be talking about tomorrow. Even on vacation, I work because it don't stop. So like and subscribe and go to my Zelmay channel in my link tree, which is below. Linktree.com/Zelmay.
Hit that.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. It's hard. It's hard for a lot of everything to navigate nowadays. Whether it's the male role or if it's the female role or it's the role. You know what I'm saying? Just the role that's whatever you want to be. Society is changing. And we are seeing, and I'm gonna be real with you for a second. There's a lot of brothers that play now. The old, just so we can, let's set the standard here. So the old role was the man works hard, the woman works less and takes care of the kids.
I wouldn't call it even working less, but
working less or working from a get a paycheck point.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. It's okay to not make as much as me. That kind of thing. The world is 100% shifting. Well, at least in the black culture, because you know what, Kwame Brown gave me a pass to talk about black folks. So I'm gonna just talk about black folks for a second. I'm not tearing anybody down. I'm just talking about what we may be doing wrong. But in a lot of situations, I don't even know if it's wrong because I don't know at this point. What I'm saying is this: it used to be man breadwinner, woman take care of home. Boom. It's not that anymore. It's a lot of woman being breadwinner and taking home. I know so many women out here right now that's taking care of their children and taking care of a grown man. Yeah. I know so many women out here that's making more money than their man. Sometimes he makes it home before she does, and he's making the meals for the children. Now, you know what I think about that? What I believe is we got to get to a point where men, as the pride part of it, we're going to have to let some of that go. Sometimes she got the juice. There's way more women out here than there are men. So with that being said, there's way more chances for your woman to just kind of be better than you at some things. And that just is what it is. So if she was able to be a marine biologist and the best she can do is be manager at a shoe store. I've done that before. And I've dated somebody that makes way more money than I do. And I didn't feel any less about it, but I did sometimes feel my pride get hurt a little bit. The fact that I had to say, hey, baby, you trying to throw in 10 on this? I know I'm supposed to pay for everything. Knowing somehow I'm actually kind of happy for this because I can go on about my life and do the best that I can. And if my woman's doing better than me, I shouldn't feel ashamed of it because, hey, women are just as capable too. When I say just as capable, there's way more women out there than there are men. And there's way more chances for them to be better. And I'm good with that. And I think us as men gonna have to accept that. And so now we go into the term us as men. We're gonna have to get rid of the gender stuff because it's not working. I done seen too many people laying on these girls' couches, waiting for their woman to come home with cigarette money, blunt money, and helping them out in their last situation. And I'll be damned. I done asked a female for a couple dollars before in my lifetime too. I'm sorry, I just ain't got it. But because we're a unified thing, a unit, hey baby, I ain't got it. And you can't feel bad about it, even though history has taught us that we just supposed to be that. Man, get that monkey off your back. Hey, your woman is great. She's a queen. And honestly, the queen on a chessboard is way more powerful and way more free than a king is on a chessboard. I'm gonna leave it there. Zelmay, what's happening?
Speaking of, that's called insecurity, and as a man, you should leave insecurity alone. If you got a problem with somebody making fun, like for instance, if I'm broke, I can never go on a date. I'm not gonna front. If I'm broke, I'm never asking no girl on a date. I don't care if you like me. We can talk on the phone. We're not going to date.
That's par for the course. That's par for the course. Now,
I
if
just
you ain't got
can't
no
be.
money,
I can't.
what you gonna ask that woman to go somewhere for?
That's what I'm saying. If I'm broke, I'm not asking you to go nowhere. That's the thing. Like, I'm never asking no one to eat if I can't pay for it.
Would you here? Let me ask you this: would you ask? I'm sorry if I'm getting my Joe Budden here and interrupting you. I apologize for that. So, Rory, listen. I'm just playing. Hey, look. So let's say, would you? This is my question. Would you tell a woman like, "Hey, I'm very interested in you, but I apologize. I don't have the money to take you somewhere." Can you do that?
We ain't going on a date. I ain't even going to talk about it. We ain't getting that far. That's on the pride thing because I can't do it. It ain't no need for you to know that. We ain't on that level yet. We can go through struggle when you my girlfriend. If you ain't my girlfriend, we ain't going through no struggle like that. No. If I lose my job then I can't. I'll say that to my girlfriend. After we done dated and all of a sudden I lose my job or something crazy happened in life, yes, I can go and say, okay, I ain't got it. We can't do this. Maybe you had to hold it down, but I'm getting back. And that's my next point. If you got a problem with it, do something about it. If your girl make more money than you, go watch my value video on my Zelmate channel. Link in the link in the description.
Hit that link.
Yeah, hit that like and subscribe on this channel and hit that follow button if you're on Spotify, whatever. If you're on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, any other podcast, Anchor, whatever, hit that follow button real quick. But yeah, do something about it. Create your own value. If you feel like her value is so much higher than yours, grind. Grind, my guy. Go out there and do extra. You go home before, as Joe said, you get home before she do. Do something. Raise that value up. Do something. Go out there and wash cars. Go make you go wash you 5 cars in 2 hours before the kids get home or she get home. Go make you extra $200. That $200 add up if you do it every day. I'm just saying, grind. If you don't like it, do something about it. If you so insecure and you can't get over it, do it. Go to Twitch. Do YouTube. Write articles on the internet. Get you a side hustle. I'm not going to ever tell you to sell drugs, but don't do that. We are. But yeah, do what you got. If you so insecure that somebody's making more money than you're doing better, you do something about it. That should be your idea in life. If you feel like someone doing better than you and you get jealous, that little feeling that come up when you see somebody that you think they should have a position. Oh, that guy got a platform. Why does he got a YouTube platform? I don't. I'm better than him. Prove it. Prove it. Y'all, I'm telling you, that little jealousy thing kicking your head and y'all start hating on everybody successful. We see it in the black community all the time. Anytime somebody make $1 billion, they in the Illuminati. You don't say that. I see, by the way, I see how y'all act when y'all go. Y'all give more respect to a white male than y'all do a black man when you're hustling. I see it. Why? That's that insecurity again. When your brother do better than you, you want to try to get ahead of him. So if you see him doing better than you, do something about it. If you see that goes to this situation, being a man. If you see somebody got something you want, what you gonna do to get it? And that's being a man too. What legal way you can do to get it?
One of the most influential, in a sense, women in my life. You know, she told me this. She said, if you don't like something, do something about it. And if you don't, and this is where we can throw in one of those, my favorite bleeps in, shut the fuck up. And I've always loved that. I've kept to that. Ever since she told me that, I'll never forget it. If you don't like something about what you're doing, change it. Do something to change. Do something about it. But if you can't, if you're not gonna do nothing about it, shut up. And I think that's where it's at. So ain't no need us complaining like, oh, women get this. I'm a felon. I can't do that. Or I'm in these streets. I ain't about to work for nobody. Me as men, especially as black men, we already limited in certain stuff. But when it come down to it, sometimes we tend to put ourselves in a tinier box than what is even intended. And you end up laying on one of these girls' couches, laying up under them, waiting for that stimmy to hit. Now all of a sudden you best friends with your baby mama. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't much friends with her before, but we put ourselves in these situations, and I think that's ugly. But that's all right. That's all right. We just gonna keep on stomping, like my boy Zell May say.
Yeah, man. Dude, find something, bro. It's okay. If we talking about black men, okay, the system's up against you, all right. You know that. The trap is called the trap because you know it's a trap. If you keep falling to a trap once you know it's a trap, you know it's a setup. Now we know it's against us, so we gotta change behavior. We gotta do things different. We gotta understand where we at. Let's understand our value as a person. So now you gotta sit here and find you side hustles. You get that stimulus check. You know what happened if you would have went in Dogecoin and would have dropped out in April? If you would have put your whole stim in Dogecoin, you would have $580,000. You would have put your whole stim in that. Guess what? That's a side hustle. Your girl ain't making more money than you did, but no, you ain't gonna do stuff like that. And that's again going to that jealousy, that insecurity, those traits of being angry at the world, quick to shoot, quick to do all these other things. Shout out to my cuz, man. Love you, cuz. You know what I'm talking about. Me and him had that conversation. There's certain acts that we do to do that. And by the way, let me explain what I was talking about with all these different, when I would mention all the different things going on and what it is to be a man. I'm just saying, I get some people might start saying, oh, this is a lot for me. I don't know what it is. But if you identify yourself as a male, it's time to drop the insecurity and grind, my guy. Because I'm telling you one thing, you can complain all day. Life can get hard as it can. Ain't nobody gonna care. Unlike some women can get away with being lazy and then getting a sugar daddy. Chance you getting a sugar mama is slim. Maybe God bless you. But so ain't nobody gonna dig you out but yourself. And I know it might hurt to hear, but somebody gotta say it. Protect the people in your life, protect the women in your life, grind, get you value, try to get this generational wealth. I know it's going to be hard. I know those tears going to cry. I know it's going to sometimes internalize those feelings of, man, I ain't worth it. I don't know who I am. I feel like I'm doing this thing and it's not going my way in life. I know it's hard. And we got to deal with that. I'm not saying nobody don't. I think accepting your emotions is a part of it. Understanding where it is, because that not accepting to make you lash out, make you do crazy things. Yo, I felt like a failure because I ain't where I thought I was going to be at 25. That's cool to feel. Okay, what we going to do about it? And then I tell you to do daily affirmations or whatever to yourself. Remind you how dope you are. Sometimes you do. Them old people do that. Old heads do that, bro. They tell you about their high school football career. That's the only highlight of their life. They'll tell you about it.
And that might be the affirmation that they need. You know what? At one point, I was a bad running back, boy.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta remind yourself, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? And that might be the thing to say, you know what? I was great at one point. Why can't I do it again?
Yeah, just don't sit on it though. You make sure you try to be great. I can be great again. Don't just sit on it though. Don't live though.
Well, and so Uncle Rico, he went out there and started selling that Tupperware.
Yeah.
And he said he's gonna be the best at it. But he just ran into Rex Kwando. But he still tried though.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what it is. And I don't know if you brought up crypto coin for that reason. You got anything else on this here?
Yeah, man, invest in crypto. If you get it. Not right now, because that dip is. But
man, let me tell you, when I was a kid, I had an imaginary friend. You know why I had an imaginary friend? Because everybody else said they had one. So with that being said, cryptocurrency is one thing in this world that I do not believe. What is crypto money? None of this makes sense. You're trying to tell me somebody programmed a dollar into some kind of thing. It's beyond me. But for whatever reason, it has amassed value. You had a whole series about, or a whole show, if you will, about your value. Well, cryptocurrency found value in itself and so did everybody else. For what reason? I don't know. That's up to the crypto. Crypto feels real good about itself. But to the rest of the world right now, it's falling. I don't know if it has anything to do with our good friend Elon Musk making his appearance on SNL. I don't know if it's still, what do you call it? You know, keep on going, like reverberate, whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's still it's the rings, that butterfly effect. I don't know, but is cryptocurrency going down because of that, or is it just going down because maybe people are coming? I put $60,000 into this thing that we don't even know exists. It's not tangible. What is? Are people coming to their senses?
Well, technically, what is tangible? I give you a piece of paper made
I
out of
got you a piece
wood.
of paper that's tangible.
I give you a piece of paper that only the government can make and it's counted. And that shows your worth in life. Because if you're a school teacher, you are only worth 30K. Is that realistic? Are you more important than a person that plays a game? Because they seem to get way more of this little green dollar that we made up. Because they seem to be more valuable and more people are willing to give them more of that little green dollar. But at the same time, that's made up. Who decided 2 plus 2 is 4? Somebody did it. So somebody said, hey, we need a new form of currency. Inflation is shooting through the roof. And we need a currency that doesn't care for inflation. So in 2000, early 2000s, early 2010s, 2012, they created all the Bitcoin and all those Ethereum and all that, and said, hey, we're going to put money into this like a stock, because stocks are intangible too. We're going to put money into it, and the more money get put into it, the more it's going to be worth because it's less of it than the dollar. So, again, if that's the case, and hey, go hustle you. Just put your $1,200 Dogecoin. I wouldn't trust it that much. You got to get out when it's high. Because if you didn't, you crying on this Sunday unless you playing the long game. It's the same as stocks. You know GameStop ain't finna sell, but
It sounds like to me like that little circle game that they had on Facebook for a while, where you throw $100 in, and once enough people, enough $100 donations to put in, you move into the next circle, and then they put in 100, then you move into the final circle, and you finally get that $1,000. But what happens to the people that don't make it to that even the second circle? You just gave somebody $100 into a pot. That's all you did. I'm a victim of that scheme. I thought we was gonna run it up, and I thought I was gonna get to the middle of that doggone. It's a pyramid scheme.
that's a
In
pyramid
Dogecoin,
scheme.
somebody said, "Put this much money into this thing,"
But that's the same thing as
and
stock.
once you get it, and that's all it is. And once you get it to where you want it at, where you say, "Damn it, oh, it's 100,000. Is this today?" You gamble. You gamble, and what did it get up to? 500,000, whatever it was. It got way up there. Now it's dropping, and you thinking, and it's dropping at alarming rate. But you're saying maybe I can hold on because maybe it'll come back. Because I keep on seeing on Twitter, of all places, advertisement by Dogecoin, advertisement by cryptocurrency everywhere I go, and you run up hashtags to the moon and all this type of stuff. Yeah, you get enough people behind the set. What if we said, you know what? Let's dedicate 6 months to making this one thing trend. We could spend, I don't know, $20,000 to get this many people to invest in this thing that maybe we bought for $10,000, $20,000. Let's put our money together. And then once it reaches a certain point, we can get real tangible money that's worth way more than this thing that nobody can touch.
But that's
To
everything.
hell with cryptocurrency,
That's the
man. Y'all
same thing as
stupid.
stock, though.
Y'all dumb, man. Y'all dumb.
Like
And all it comes down to is
what
all it comes
Microsoft
down to
decided.
is the huh?
Well, Microsoft decided they just gonna pull out and not work no more. They can do the same thing technically in stock. They were like, hey, we don't want to run a company no more. We just gonna pull out all our money, and then everybody underneath the top, they all just get screwed over. But that's life. It's the risk you play. People like to play risk. That's the risk of cryptocurrency and studying what you're doing and knowing which one are real. Because if you pick the wrong ones, because somebody did that, what you said the other day. That's why you just don't do random ones. Bitcoin is kind of like a big something other else. Ethereum is too.
It was the first one.
Yeah, Ethereum is too, but a lot of the rest of them, these new ones, can be gimmicky. So, like, first off, getting into Bitcoin at this point, it's $40,000 per Bitcoin. So, and there's too many different big names in it. So it ain't. I doubt it do that because it got everybody would have to pull out at the same time. But these little ones, it's a risk, man. If the one big guy who started it want to get out, they can get out. That's the risk you play, though. But if you get out before they get out, after they get a dip, guess what? You get a lot of money too. So that's the game you play.
Dude, somebody in 1989 could have just put this stupid program on a floppy disk and just unleashed it into the internet. It like somebody, I understand that you can just print money. Do you know that you can just create a program?
Then you can just do anything you want.
You can create anything you want on the internet. We were just talking about Resident Evil. Somebody made a beautiful game. Resident Evil, shout out to Capcom. Resident Evil Village, sponsor is Capcom. And there's currency on that game. Nobody's ever, what's a Lehigh? We don't know what that is. But it's currency on the game. It helps you upgrade your weapons. It helps you do this. In Final Fantasy VII, it's called Guild. Like but it's virtual money. Don't get me on VC. Don't get me on VC. Don't get me on VC. Because if there's real cryptocurrency, it's VC. For those who don't know what I'm talking about the currency that people spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on NBA 2K.
Oh, virtual currency because they lazy to do something. Madden got it too now. All those, they got the little ultimate Madden league. So now they got that where you buy cards. The mobile game,
I found the example that I was looking for. Currency on video games is basically cryptocurrency.
You can't get that back. With 2K on that, once you get them the money, they on that. You at least if you know how to get out on time, you can make a lot of money on cryptocurrency. On 2K said, "Give me all that, run me my money," and it's over that. Then you ain't getting nothing.
I sold you $100 game, and I'm going to give you some of that currency. We're going to give you some of that make believe currency. But once you run out of that, and maybe you want a new pair of Allen Iverson shoes, you gonna come back and drop that $5.99 for another 500 BC.
I've never been there. They do give me with them $1.99 sales, but that's rare in between. So I don't probably won't spend $10. But games like Genshin Impact and the mobile game, okay. I delete them.
Mobile games are the ones. Mobile games really got that. Oh, you want to play again? Well, you need this many tokens.
And you ain't got none, so you need to pay $5 to continue playing, or you have to wait till tomorrow.
Wait till tomorrow.
I don't want to wait till tomorrow. I want to beat the story mode now. Give you $5.
Y'all buying fake characters, fresh outfits that you can't pay for yourself.
Hey, bro, they give me.
Shout out to Grand Theft Auto 5 and the hackers that figured out a way to make sure you can have as much money as you want in that game without paying.
They kick you out of RP, Joe.
Huh?
They kick you out of RP. Joe never gonna get RP again. I got every gun in the game.
Like, at this point, the people on there on Grand Theft Auto is so rich. They give me tips on how to get rich. To buy stuff I don't even care about. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to do this heist. No, don't you want to free roam in a car that flies? No, I don't. I just wanted to hold up this liquor store, see what that'd be like. That's it.
Play as Omni-Man.
Shout out to that mod that came out, Omni-Man mod. Shout out to Rockstar for opening the hell out of their game. You know another company that does that? Blizzard does that often with their games. They'll charge you for a second, and then they open it up and you can mod the hell out of it.
But yeah, man. If you
But Grand Theft Auto, and by the way, Grand Theft Auto, they're letting y'all play with this game for free like this because they've been on 3 generations of consoles.
they done milked it enough.
PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5,
PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 3, Xbox, Xbox One. This new hey,
Speaking of the Joe Budden podcast, and there were Bridget Kelly said, "You play games, you're not a man." Bridget Kelly, I don't care what you think. I own a media network, baby. We coming for your network. What's that?
you know that's actually got me thinking. That's actually got me thinking. Do you think that this whole Joe Budden thing is just some kind of conspiracy to just amp up his value somehow? Like this awesome, because conspiracy theories is like pretty much one of the backbones of our society. Like black folk, we say, you know how them white folk is. We say that all the time. Our ancestors say it. Our grandparents say it. Our parents say it.
But you kind of do. I don't even think it's a conspiracy theory. They got a whole history
And
book.
we think that all white people are against us. And we think that the NBA is rigged. We think the NFL is rigged for Tom Brady. Like at this point, the biggest conspiracy theory is that LeBron James is going to get his 5th ring because he told out Adam Silver, "I'm good with 5." Because they for sure tried in the fourth quarter of this game, game 1 versus Phoenix. That was the longest fourth quarter I've ever seen in my life. And the Lakers didn't hold up their part end of the deal by hitting the free throws that they were given and doing anything off the extra possessions they were given. Neither here nor there. They say the NBA is rigged. What other conspiracy theory is not fair? I think we just got in talking about one, cryptocurrency. That feels like a conspiracy theory. One big GoFundMe for something that doesn't exist. But I don't know. What are some other famous conspiracy theories or a conspiracy theory that's on your mind?
All black people that get real rich, because it's impossible for black people to become wealthy. They all become part of the Illuminati, because you have to sell your soul to the devil to get rich if you're black, because in America you can't, because it's hard for every other black person in the world. That's a giant conspiracy theory.
Early 2010s, for our listeners out there, early 2010s was big Illuminati black people. So that, like, everybody was into that. Rick Ross and Jay-Z even came out with a song called Freemason. Look up Freemason so they can explain what that means. But absolutely, black people need to sacrifice their soul to the devil in order to be rich.
And you get groups like QAnon who believe Trump is going to be the real president because Joe Biden is being played by Jim Carrey. So Joe Biden isn't even alive.
Jesus Christ.
So the army will expose it on June 6th. Some reason always a 6. I don't know why it's always a 6. But 6/6/2021, it will be exposed. That's the new QAnon theory. I stay in them groups because...
Wait, what did you say? Did you say 6/6 and then another 6?
Oh, 2/2. No, we gotta wait next year because it'll be 2022.
Which is
6.
With 3 2s.
Yes.
Which is 3.
So that's when Trump will become president and save the world. It was a trick.
Jesus Christ.
But I'm gonna tell y'all the honest truth.
Antichrist, whichever one we're going with today.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Listen, the world is like a Marvel movie. It's all simple, my guy. It's not Zack Snyder telling you some weird stuff. It's simple. Rich people want to keep money and not go to jail, and they want to do it as much as possible. They not trying to take
Lois.
They not
Lois.
They not trying to take over the world through a machine to control your brain. All they have to do is tell you to be a Republican or Democrat, and they can control your brain. Hey, They don't have to put a $3 million chip into every human being on the planet to control them. They just provide ads on Facebook. It's not. That's what marketing is. We tell you Michael Jordan the greatest ever because we market it to you. We tell you Tiger the greatest ever because we market it. We have no proof we don't know who the best basketball player in the world is. Michael Jordan just happened to be great. Maybe at a time other people weren't this great. Maybe the best basketball player wasn't smart enough to get through high school. He's in some park dropping 100 points on everybody. We don't know.
Can't stay out of jail.
Yeah, and maybe if he stayed out of jail and got the same training, maybe he would have been. We don't know, but it's marketed as that. Everything to you is marketed. That's what it is. They don't need a $3 million chip in a COVID vaccine to control your mind. Let me give you another one I heard. They are trying to do population control. So when the 70% of Americans, they all pass away, the world will be in the new world order. By the way, the Great Reset probably is real. They might have a plan for it, but it's probably to change the way we think. It ain't gonna be nothing that we gonna rule the world in some weird thing. By the way, the same people talk about Marxism. They don't know anything about Karl Marx. That's the funniest thing about it. They have no clue about that. I was telling somebody that the other day, I'm like, you do realize Marxism was made off how America treated black people and Asian people when they de-sterilized them, right? Because they called them undesirables, which came in the book. Karl Marx came from that part of America, wrote that book and said, we need to make that more mainstream, which he made the book Mein Kampf. Hitler read it. Hitler said, yo, those are Semites. They are Semites, which is basically a close kin to black people, because they didn't have that many black people, so they considered the Jews that, and that's how that whole history happened with the Holocaust and all that.
Okay. Make sure y'all tune into Zelmay Theory next week for a further breakdown of this.
But it ain't even a theory. That's what happened. It's like written down. It's literally in your history books. It's in the German history book. It's like confirmed.
Mein Kampf was written by Hitler. Absolutely.
Yeah, and all that stuff, bro. All that.
While
he was in jail. Yeah, he was in jail from the First World War. He blamed why he lost. He decided to manipulate people because he was like, oh, this is the reason we lost. We can come back if it wasn't for those people, so we should take care of that. Then he's like, we're going to try to take over the world a second time, and that's how World War II happened. But again, conspiracy theories. Alexander the Great thought everybody was trying to kill him because he was so powerful, because he heard rumors from other people, so he started offing all his commanders, and guess what they tried to do? They tried to get him after he tried to get them. So it's because he's like, I was correct. I'm like, no, if you try to hurt me, I'm going to hurt you first. Again, but it came from a conspiracy. And guess what? Both of them failed. Is America going down that line? It's up to Americans. Are we going to go down that road of conspiracy theory where we start putting Marjorie Taylor Greene in office? That woman's insane, bro. But is that where we going to go? By the way, I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. I think the whole thing is silly, and I think we need to burn the whole system down. But Marjorie Taylor Greene shouldn't be in office no matter what. She doesn't even do nothing. She just yells at people.
They'll make theory alert.
Hey, man, it ain't even a theory. I just tell facts here. No conspiracy.
5-hour video coming on Marjorie by herself. Just 5-hour video. Y'all be ready for that one. The whole
gonna be called power manipulation.
The whole time bar is gonna be yellow. Because it's going to be all ads for 5 hours. Is this the America you want? Yeah, that's all you're going to say at the end. Is this the America you want?
Actually, they got one. They voted on the poll and they wanted Power Manipulation Thursday. So you will be getting that next Thursday. I will be on vacation shooting y'all that video. Hope y'all enjoy it. Like and subscribe. And that will be on my personal channel. Again, in the link tree. I know y'all know about it, but follow. Hit that follow button. I'm sorry we got to sell out and do this, but we got to. It's called advertising. We're trying to convince you to support us so we can get ad money.
Absolutely. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm just thinking way back, thinking about how they manipulate. Let me get up for this one. Let me stand up for a second for this one. Zelmay. Selmae,
What's that family?
the net. I'm trying to be serious. I'm trying to act here, okay? Excuse me. Let me go. Let me get back in the character.
All right, family.
This 99 overall 99 ENT. We need $1.2 million for the Harriet Tubman. I can't do this today. Look, man. Dr. Umar, everybody, my favorite Pan-African king. Some call him others. What do you call him?
Panhandling Prince, the alpha himself.
Was,
support him, give him money so he can finally get this school. Let's go. We support him.
This boy in school. Please get this boy in school.
Let's go. We're trying to make it happen.
About it. Please get his boy in school.
He in the casino acting up. We need him to get this money. He had to gambling his life away. Come on. We can't have our prince doing this, family.
It has been reported that Dr. Umar, the Pan-African Prince of Crime. Wait, hold on. I think that's the Joker. I'm sorry, I was in Gotham. Anyway, he was somewhere and he saw $1.2 million. He said, all I need is to win this in the Marcus Garvey School for higher elite learning. I don't know.
Yeah, man,
just fresh off of doing one of his famous sold out conferences. Sold out conferences about doing away with special ed, special needs children, and blah, blah. The ADD, doing away with that.
I do got a problem with that. I don't think he's trying to get away with it. I think he's trying to get that medicine away. And I agree with that, by the way. I think that medicine is terrible. I don't know if you ever seen kids with that, but that is a terrible thing. So I
got diagnosed with it when I was a kid. I used to spit that shit out because nothing's wrong with me. Look at me today. I'm okay.
Kids are different. Just because they don't act the way you want, don't mean that it's true. And they show give black kids that stuff. I notice it. There be a lot of black kids with ADD medicine. Like, why that kid don't get it? No, you better than them. No, he normal though. You not. I'm like, nah, fam. Well, not with me.
We're gonna say that for another episode. Let's steer back to
this. One of the things I agree with him on. Like I tell people, I agree with him on a lot of things. Same thing with Kevin Samuels and other people. I agree. I can agree with everybody because somebody's gonna always bring up a good point. At least once. I don't think no one is completely moronic enough to never make up a good point. But again,
but he's gambling for $1.2 million. What's wrong with him? He's supposed to be he's supposed to set the bar for excellence. Layout.
Why?
He's supposed to set because the world is supposed to be a better place if you do it the way he does it. And look at what our king has done. He's gambling. It's so morally wrong.
Yo.
And you know what he did? He spent $20 in that machine in 1 minute trying to win $1.2 million. That $20 could have went to the Marcus Garvey High School, Middle School, School of the Arts for Harriet Tubman. It could have went for that. Now we are in an outrage, and I'm mad at him. How could he?
Oh, but man, he the panhandling prince. I don't know why y'all. Hey, listen. Everybody got an agenda. I'm not gonna say nothing mad on my brother. Keep getting your money. If people willing to fall for whatever you doing, you keep doing it. Hey, shout out to him, bro. Keep doing you. I ain't gonna never take food out of nobody's mouth. And I can't save those who don't want to be saved. So.
And that was sarcasm, y'all. Of course, I'm not saying it like that. You got $20. Go ahead and gamble $20.
It don't matter.
It's $20, and he's in.
I thought we were gonna actually disagree, but I don't care. I just want to get on the point that he the panhandling prince.
I'm gonna let you get on that. All I'm saying is,
I'm off of it now.
Y'all can see, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody expects him to be perfect because of what he preaches. He gambled, but what are you doing gambling away money in an effort?
He's a panhandler. What you expect him to do?
Hold on. Hear my thought out, and then go ahead. He spent $20, quote unquote, for the greater good. He stated that he doesn't know how to gamble. Okay, cool. But he's saying he's doing it for the greater good because somebody else is going to get this $1.2 million maybe. He did it. He lost it. But the fact that he's gambling, it makes him a bad guy. But I get it. after the fact, he did say we still need 1.5 million for the Marcus Garvey High School for the arts for Harriet Tubman, Thurgood Marshall Middle School of the arts. So with that being said, yes, okay, he gambled. And then he asked y'all for money. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts,
Hey
Elman?
man, like I said, shout out to my brother. He told me a few months ago he needed 700K and now he need 1.5 mil. So I don't know what's going on. Or maybe he need 1.2.
How much?
I'm
How much
confused.
are the tickets for these conferences?
I don't know. But shout out to my guy, bro. Keep doing your thing. Do you, man. I'll never take money out of anybody's pocket. If y'all want to support my guy, bro. If y'all love Dr. Umar, support him with all you got. You know what you got to do.
I want somebody like Kyrie Irving to be like, let's shut this nigga up and see if it's for real. Here's $1.2 million, tax free, out my pocket. I don't even want to write it off as a charity. Here's $1.2 million because I'm sitting on 150 million. I can give you 1.2 and live my life. Here's a game check. Now let's see this. Let's see this.
I want to see it. Shot Kyrie. If you believe, I ain't gonna tell you what to do with your money. Like I said, ain't my business. Hey, but
Absolutely.
if you
I tell
do it,
nobody
that's
to do with
dope.
their money. But there's a lot of people where $1.2 million is a drop in the ocean to them. Why hasn't anybody done that yet for him? What is he missing?
I don't know, but he got a lot of followers. Shout out to y'all. If y'all love Dr. Umar, like I said, do you, bro? But I just want y'all to understand what he is. I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna lie on for, but I'm not gonna also. I ain't gonna say nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna call it what it is.
Is he the equivalent of?
Shout out to the
Is he
guy
the
in the
equivalent?
comments of the urban politicians. Shout out to y'all urban politicians. Shout out to that guy in the comments who made up that name, Panhandling Prince.
Who
I can't take credit for that.
is he the equivalent of getting off work after working 8 hours and going to the street and asking for money?
I guarantee you one thing: ain't many people making more money than if they are. He doing something wrong because he seems like he got it on lock. I don't know what he got going on, but shout out to him, man.
I don't know, but we would, we're gonna lift him up in prayer, and hopefully that school is up and running. I hate the fact that it's in a place that he wants to build in a place like Connecticut. I mean, I understand that Aaron Hernandez came from Connecticut. Maybe he could have used that school. Hell, I don't know. What I'm saying is, of all places, Connecticut, one of the most white states of all time. Why did you choose to start it up in Georgia? Maybe even somewhere in Chicago, maybe LA, or Alabama. Hell, Alabama could definitely use a Marcus Garvey School of Arts for Thurgood Marshall Harriet Tubman. I mean, somewhere there's racial tension to help Black people. Why Connecticut?
Let's give stats. Connecticut, largest community of Black people is Hartford, Connecticut, 35%, Bridgeport, 32%, New Haven, 31%. Those are the biggest cities. Overall, they have 12% African American. Whereas a state like Mississippi has a much larger base of African Americans. They are at, let's see where they are in this year because I know a lot left. There are 1 million African Americans in, which is more than even in Connecticut. There's 1,054,000. What is the percentage? I'm looking for the percentage right now. It is, what's the census bureau? I'm looking it up right now for everybody to know. But it's 1 million Black people in the state of Mississippi at a whopping, the largest, 48, it was 48% in 2000. Well, the Jackson Metropolis area is the largest. I think it was at 48% now. It's like at 43% or something. Large African American population is living in Mississippi and going to Houston, Atlanta, Washington. I know that happens a lot now because I know a lot of African American college kids are leaving the state at a high rate. Matter of fact, everybody educated leaving the state at a high rate because we have a Supreme Court who said your vote doesn't matter. So that's another topic on another day. But yeah, you can go help Jackson. You can help Houston. You can help Atlanta. You can help Washington, D.C. You can help Compton. You can help Chicago. It is weird you pick Connecticut, but and for some reason, for a guy who's against black men marrying white women, he named it after a black man that married a white woman. But I don't know what people playing. Maybe he liked the man. Shout out to him. Like I said, support the prince, the king. I hope everything goes well in his life. Nothing but manifesting blessings.
Absolutely. So, hey, y'all, we about to go ahead and get up out of here with a new episode of WN99, like we like to do, give it to you every Monday. You know how we do. Before we get out of here, self-made like Alpha. I know that was a very passionate because at this point I'm hot. I'm hot right now. I'm gonna make a couple phone calls after this episode to Doc and say why Connecticut, and I'll have an answer for you. You know, I was able to have a breakfast with Kwame on Thursday of this past week, so y'all can listen to that on a brand new episode of Do You Hear Me with Unico Williams is airing on Sunday. We had a little change because I got my vaccination. And the conspiracy theory was that I wasn't supposed to survive it, but I survived it after 2 days of pain and torture.
Like a true king.
So, man, second shot sucks. And here's my advice to y'all before we get out of here. And I'm going to let Zelmay give you his last thoughts. But if you're getting a second vaccination, it's Moderna, on your second shot, see, my first shot, my shoulder just hurt. The second shot, you're gonna get sick. Your bones gonna be aching. You will have a fever. You will have the chills, and your woman is gonna care about you, or your man. Doesn't matter. You gonna get babied up. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing with it.
That for me, I'll beast it through that more.
Man,
I want to work the next day. And I don't even.
Well, I woke up gasping for air. Couldn't breathe on Friday. Saturday, I said, no, I got to take, and that's my advice to you too. Take that Tylenol, y'all. Take that painkiller, y'all. Because for real, that's really what it was. It was the painkiller. And then once we got out of there, we got back together. But I was still a little fatigued. So shout out to that. And get vaccinated, though. I'm not trying to tell y'all stay away from vaccination. I'm telling you what to do if you get that second Moderna. Hey, what are your last words? Because I almost had my last words on Friday morning. Go ahead.
Remember to keep stopping. I would love to have Kwame, Dr. Umar, Kevin Samuel, Sean King, Candace Owens. God. I would have any of you on this show because I got questions.
I wish I was wrong.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Can we have time?
Oh my!
Can we have time?
That's the highest rated thing ever. Kevin Samuels is gonna call Candace Owens a hoe, and then Kwame gonna agree you a hoe for Zaddy, white Zaddy, and then Dr. Umar gonna say, yeah, he just jump in there. Yeah, they just gonna jump Candace Owens, and then tell and then they gonna tell Sean King keep his white ass out of here. There's your show. A whole hour of them jumping Candace Owens and Sean
So
King.
they have the invitation for me to have that conversation with them. I don't do this behind anyone's back. I know you're going to get jokes from me. The Prince of Panhandling, from Malcolm X to everyone. Y'all all can catch the jokes. There ain't no... Remember that. Like my boy Kwame said, is that bad? I like to joke. I mean, Kwame from the same place. They play spades, we joke. That's what I'm talking about. But at the same time, I'm here. You convince me. I'm able to be convinced of anything. I just see your behavior. I see a pattern of behavior. I see people like you, and I got questions. So that's my thing. Like I said, support all them. But no, some of y'all against my people. I can't be for that. But remember to keep stopping. Maybe one day somebody can respond. We keep grinding, we keep growing, we keep overall 99 up next. So keep stomping as we will, and remember, today you might be king. Something amazing can happen. Peace.
$1.5 million away from the Marcus Garvey, Harriet Tubman's.
Get him to him.
Peace.
Get it to him.